Welcome back everyone for some more of my Venezia career mode here on FIFA 22. And we are here on Christmas Day here in the second season of our career mode. But yeah, as you can see and as you've been paying attention so far in this season, we are on top of Serie A, and not only that, Castellanos is absolutely lighting it up in terms of goal scoring. He already has 22 goals in his campaign, which, if I'm not mistaken, when Lautaro Martinez won the Golden Boot last year, he only had 23. So he's already one goal off of what Lautaro did last year. But you can see he is on pace to score 64 goals. A competition record is 36. You can see Akatoglu rises to the occasion. Stefesa plays for Lecce, which has nothing to do with us, but you can see we got a tough draw in the Champions League, which, again, for those of you that have been following along, I simmed every single Champions League game, which, before we get into that, hope you guys are having an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But we are going to be looking at the standings here, and I was originally not going to play every single Serie A game in the opening season, but I want to make sure I win this title, and so far we are well on our way. We are 16 points out of second place. Roma, Milan, Napoli round out to top four. Fiorentina and Torino in the European spots. But Torino, if relegation was a thing in this game, they would have been relegated last year, but now they're up to 6. You can see a lot of big teams like Inter and Atalanta, even Lazio languishing in mid-table. Well, Lazio is pretty much fighting against relegation right now, which, speaking of relegation, Bologna, Spezia, and Empoli occupy the bottom 3 spots. Super Copa, of course, I featured that at the beginning of the season. We ended up beating that, winning that by beating Napoli, I should say. Round of 16, which will be sometime here in January, we are taking on Genoa. Let's just take a look around. The Super Cup was won by Atletico Madrid. They beat Manchester City in the Julian Alvarez derby. But we're going to look here in the Champions League here, and like I said, we are facing off against Liverpool because, of course, we are. Even if we would have won the group, we would have been playing against Borussia Dortmund, so we wouldn't have got an easy match either way. But I was actually secretly hoping towards the final match day here that I would have lost against Porto, because if I would have lost against Porto, that would have dropped me to 3rd place. We'd be playing in Europa League, which is what I would have preferred, because I'm not convinced our team is ready to challenge for Champions League, which I am going to try to beat Liverpool. That way we can get the objective done that the board wants us to get, but we really didn't have that bad of a first Champions League campaign. 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. 5 goal differential, 11 points. Mechelen, however you want to pronounce it. This team keeps on popping up on Champions Leagues. I might have to do a career mode with this team because they're one of those teams that I think are better on FIFA than what they are in real life. No offense. I need to do research on that just to make sure that's correct. But I mean, at the very least, I don't recall seeing Mechelen challenge for a Belgian league title. So I could be very wrong about that. If I am, I do sincerely apologize. But you can see there's no real surprises so far in the Champions League. No. Okay, the team that doesn't exist is out of the game here, which is good. You can see Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, the 2 Champions League finalists this past season. Real Madrid getting ahead. It must be due to head-to-head, which Madrid won 2-0 and they drew 0-0. So yeah, that goes to head-to-head, not goal differential. If it went based on goal differential, then Dortmund would have won the group, but that's not how Champions League works in group. But we are going to go ahead here. Like I said, Castellanos leading the way, which, to be honest with you, he would have got a lot more goals if he would stop kicking the freaking ball at the freaking goalkeeper. Which I'm sure a lot of those of you who have been watching this season so far have noticed that he's been his finishing has not been great again. You can see Insami with 11 goals, which has one among the worst first touches I've ever seen of any player I've ever managed in career mode. Gundogan with the most assists, tied with Hauger and Busio, so Busio's getting the job done. Duncan and Same and Pula each with 5 assists, Aktakoglu with 4, Gagliari with 3, clean sheets, Maximiano leading the way with 7, which is awesome to see, 1 ahead of Magnan, and 2 ahead of Chesney. And I didn't think Dieng got any clean sheets, so I'm not surprised not to see his name there. Okay, the only other competition we've been in so far, Champions League, which I could show the Super Cup, but I'm not sure how many of you actually care about that. I know I don't, but I'll show it anyway. Edwards with 5 goals. Like I said, I have not played a single Champions League game so far, so seeing one of my guys being on the top 6 in goal scoring makes me very happy. But you can see Super Cup. I mean, we just watched this, so... But we still have 38, a little over 38 million in transfer budget. I am not touching that. We do have a profit of close to 29 million so far, which we need to get 150 million, which we are 13% of the way there. I already did the youth development plan with Bianco. I need to send him as well as my third string goalkeeper put them on a loan list. Hopefully they'll go out on loan. I was close to achieving this before, but I ended up not getting a clean sheet against Napoli. So I ended up, the most I've been able to get is 2/3 of the matches, which I do plan on getting that off camera in January. Financial, it's going to be close. This one's actually out of my hands, so... I mean, the best I can do is do well in the competitions, but as far as that, I don't... Coppa Italia and Serie A, I do want to win both of those competitions, and they want us to reach the quarterfinals. I am going to try my best to beat Liverpool, so... But we are going to look at the Youth Academy, which... Ferrero looks like he's about ready to be... Which, I'm not going to promote anybody unless they ask to be promoted, so... I'm just going to go ahead and look at development plans here real quick. But we are going to be going at transfer history here. You can see Alexander Isak is playing for Inter. Which I don't think Lautaro Martinez is playing at Inter anymore. I think he got sold. But you can see we've made some permanent deals. We've made some loan deals. Got rid of some players that did the job last year, but we ended up upgrading on them. Not nearly as busy as last season, because of course last season I did most of my rebuild. Miggy went to Lyon in real life. Let me see where Lautaro Martinez is. Let me look here real quick, because he was the leading goal scorer last year for Inter. Oh, he still plays for Inter, but wow, he must be having a really off season. But we are going to take a look at our squad. I've been actually, for the most part, very happy with my squad. You know, front three look fantastic, especially Aktakoglu and Edwards. My midfield trio look excellent. Bruslo and Fatesi continue to amaze me. Kral continues to be the model of consistency on this team. If I do have one concern, it is Kornienko. He is not growing, but at the same time, though, neither is Shiguera, which the only fullback that I have that's actually grown is DeSiglio. He's only grown by 1. But usually Maximiano, 84, Bremer, 84, Bellardi, 81. Those 3 look really good. And then my backup team doesn't look too bad. They're pretty much well-rounded. Of course, the exclamation points in my mind are Berter at center back and Dieng at goalkeeper, which I'm kind of embarrassed to not tell you guys further. I never actually told you guys how I usually do my bench. So my rule of thumb when it comes to the bench is that the players have to be between 4 and 7 overall difference between themselves and the players on the starting 11. Like, for instance, Dieng, he is 9 points. He is 9 overall lower than Maximiano. That's just too big of a difference, though. At the beginning of next season, I do plan on getting a higher rated goalkeeper. When it comes to wide backs, center mids, and wingers, as long as one of them are in the 4 to 7 range, I'm happy, which Haps is not, but DeSiglio is. I mean, Haps doesn't miss it out by much, but DeSiglio he is 4 overall lower than Sugarura, so he counts towards that. Berta is outside. He is, well, actually, no, he's 6 behind Bellardi, but a whole 9 behind Bremer. But Holtz is much closer. He is only 3 behind Bellardi and yet 6 behind Bremer. So Holtz is, and the only reason why Hamps is on the bench over DeSiglio is because he's crucial squad role, whereas DeSiglio is only important. Gagliardini only within 2 of Krall, so. But I don't want to get rid of Krall because, like I said, he has been one of my most consistent players. Both my center mids, within the range, they are 5 difference between Busio and Fertesi. Right wingers, there's a whole 10 behind Edwards and 11 behind Akçakoglu. I'm going to have to get rid of one of these guys, to be honest with you. I'm actually leaning towards Pule. He had a good first season, but my God, from the second half of the first season on, Jada has been on fire. So I'm planning on keeping Jada and then upgrading on Pule. And Same is 5 overall behind Castellano, so he's within range from me. So that's how I usually have my bench. But my main things going into next year are a new starting left back if Corniaco doesn't start growing, a new backup center back, and a new backup center mid, and also if I have enough money, a new backup winger, either left or right winger, doesn't matter. Preferably a left winger, but it doesn't matter because you can actually play a right winger on the left side. But we are going to go ahead and look at stats. You see Castellanos, no surprise, leading the way, 27-2 and 18, grew by 3. He should reach an 83, but if not, I'm happy enough with his growth. So at the end of the season next year, he should be at an 85. And Same has not grown, but he does have 18 goal contributions. Of course, Marcus Edwards continues to light it up for me. Like I said, I've been very happy with Jada. He has the 4th most goals on the team. Anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. Why does it show? Well, he must have 2. Oh, that's Copa Italia, okay. I was going to say, how could it be on this list and he's not even playing for us? Duncan and Malong, both I'm very happy with in their backup center mid position. DeSiglio had to split time between himself and Bianco, but he managed to get a goal, which is nice to see. Haps 1-1. Ferreira has grown by 4. He's at a 66, so that's pretty cool to see. Redden continues to grow out on loan. Heymans is going to be on his way out. Berta, this will most likely be his last season. Alter will be on his way out in January. Hopefully somebody comes in for Rennie, hopefully a loan deal for him. Same with Henderson, he's grown by 3 despite not going anywhere. Bianco grew by 3. He made his 5 total appearances. I plan on loan listing him. Bunch of other players I'm hoping get loan deals, which De Silva I'm going to have to place on the loan list. Dieng will most likely be his last season. I plan on upgrading his position at the start of next year. Kornienko, like I said, I'm a little bit concerned. He's the only player in my starting lineup that's not at least an 80 rating. You see Bremer is solid so far. And I gotta tell you guys, Yukinari Sugawara is probably one of my favorite, if not my most favorite right back I've ever managed a career mode. This guy's been absolutely lights out. This guy feels fantastic in game. He has excellent passing Excellent crossing, good on the ball in terms of dribbling and just off the ball awareness. And even sim games, he's just coming up big for me. So I could not ask any more of Sugawara. And of course, Maximiano with his 7 clean sheets in 23 appearances. I'm just tickled pink with both of those guys. But before I look at attributes, I am going to go. You can see Altes joining Monza at the beginning of the window. Bianco, I'm going to go ahead and add him to the loan list. Romeo will be joining Pacos Pereira in Portugal when January comes. Heymans will be joining AZ by the time the January window opens. Oh wait, I gotta go because I gotta loan list my third string goalkeeper. Hopefully he'll grow. Hopefully he'll get a loan deal, and hopefully he'll grow on loan. But we are going to go ahead and look at development plans here. Again, if there's anybody in particular, it's only going to take him 5 weeks to reach an 85. That's brilliant. He might even reach an 86 depending on what happens. But again, if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can just go ahead and pause the video. Dieng, 16 weeks on okay form to reach a 76. I'll take that. Kornienko, Habs have not grown. Okay, Bremer might reach an 85 by the end of the year, but if not, I'm not going to lose sleep over it because he definitely will get there come next season. Valerdi, 5 weeks on good form to reach an 82. Good to see. Berta, he just isn't growing. And I'm just going to go ahead and just loan. I'm just going to go in and transfer list him next year. Alter, of course, is on his way out. Holt, very good backup. Has not put a foot in wrong since we brought him in from Anderlecht. DeSiglio, the only wide back that's grown so far this season. Bianco, I have him loan listed. He's made his 5 appearances for the team. Of course, Sugawara, I can't say enough about this guy. This guy's been absolutely fantastic. Gagliardini, very consistent as well. He and Kroll have done bits for me so far in this career mode, which I can't ask any more than that. Okay, it's going to take him 50 weeks, whether it's Anchorman or Deep Line Playmaker. Let's see. Okay, let's put him as high work rate. Busio, looks like it's going to take him 10 weeks as a playmaker to reach an 82 on good form. I'll take that. Fertesi will reach an 82 on good form in 1 week. Duncan, it's going to take him 44 weeks. He may reach 77 before the end of the season. Heymans will be on his way out. Aktoglu, highest rated player at an 86. Hopefully Henderson goes on loan. Jada, despite his rating, has been lights out. He's only 24 years of age, so, I mean, and you get Pure, I think that's 29 years of age. So, I think next year I am going to be replacing Pure. You can see Marcus Edwards, the second highest rated player at an 85. Pure's already 30, so yeah, I'll definitely be moving him on at the beginning of next year. And Same, like I said, among the worst first touches I've ever seen on a footballer that I managed in any FIFA. Okay, 20 weeks on excellent form. I'll take that. And then Castellanos, let's see. It looks like it's going to be 55. 55 weeks on excellent. So he most likely will not reach an 83 before the end of the year, but if not, He grew by 3 last year. No, he grew by 4 last year, and he's grown by 3 this year. So I'm expecting him to grow by at least 3 this year. Or next year, rather. So, but I'm in most part happy with him. He definitely seemed to be finding the back end net better than what he did last year. But having said that, his biggest habit that he needs to kick is quit kicking the ball directly at the opposing goalkeeper, but I think that's pretty much all I wanted to say here, and yeah, we're approaching the 20-minute mark, which is around the length that I wanted to make this video. But yeah, next time I see you guys, we're gonna skip a little bit, like I said I was going to at the beginning of the season. I do want to complete that 3 clean sheets in a row on the road, which I'm most likely do these against Carver and Genoa, which of course they have me draw against Genoa. No matter what FIFA I play, it always seems like they draw me in the cup against the opponent I play either right before or right after. But regardless, I am going to be playing these 2 games off cam. I'll probably sim all the rest. And the next time I see you guys, we'll be playing this first leg here against Liverpool. We'll also be playing this home game against Cagliari, and then most likely these games. Especially a game against Inter, and then we'll be playing this away match at Anfield against Liverpool. So 5 games on deck in the next episode, and depending what happens, we could be very close to clinching the Serie A title sometime here in April, if not as early as the home game against Hellas Verona. But we will definitely see. I will be, of course, the January transfer window I'll be doing off camera, but like I said, I don't plan on making any purchases. I am happy with the team that I have for at least the rest of this year. If anything, I do want to send some of my youth players out on loan. Hopefully we get some loan deals for them off camera. But that is what I have planned for the rest of the season, and of course you guys are seeing how things are going so far, and hopefully they continue to go well, and by any luck, by the end of the season, we will be winning the domestic double. Of course, both the Serie A and Coppa Italia, which actually I'd be winning the domestic treble because I won the Italian Super Cup as well. So hopefully we can achieve that at the end of the season. I'm thinking this is going to be like about 4 more episodes until we finish off season 2. And then next season, which I do have planned as my final season, I will be going gung-ho for the Champions League. So... But I do thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I will see you guys again next time.